Sorry for the break in transmission. Hello, everybody. Sorry for the break in transmission. Sorry for the break in transmission. I'm back. So we're talking about selling, mastering selling and investing. The people who are able to display salesmanship intelligence and investment intelligence are people who started learning it at a very, very young age. The earlier you start learning sales, the better. The better it is for you to, penetrate the marketplace, the better it is for you to acquire a fraction of the marketplace. Salespeople are more than what you think they are. Salespeople have the capacity to advance, themselves economically, and to also help advance companies. That's the power of salespeople. There is nothing in this. See, I'm going to be a salesperson for the rest of my life. Let me tell you something. I can facilitate just one deal, and I will make enough money, right, from that one deal that would that would furnish or service my life, my life for the next 2 years. It's possible for you to facilitate a deal, just one deal, and even if you don't make any money for the next 4 years, you are good. That's the power of being a salesperson. That's the power of being a salesperson. Every company, every major company needs a salesperson. Most especially now, in this social media age. See, everybody's a salesperson. I've said that before. Everybody's a salesperson. And if you are either a mediocre salesperson, an average salesperson, or a great salesperson, and nobody's a great salesperson who didn't have to invest in mastering the art and craft of selling. If you say that you are a salesperson, if you say that you are anything that you say you are, whatever profession, and you have not learned how to sell, you have not learned the skill of, you have not acquired the skill of selling, you are going to be, you might be very good at that thing, but be broke still. You might be very, very good at that thing. You might be a good entrepreneur. You might be a great innovator. But you can be a great innovator who is still broke. See, it is possible for you not to be an entrepreneur. It is possible for you not to necessarily be an innovator. But because of the fact that you are a salesperson, you are never broke. The only salespeople who ever go broke, most especially for a long period of time, are salespeople who are either average salespeople or mediocre salespeople. Great salespeople don't go broke. And I'll keep saying this: no matter what you are, no matter what you studied in school, if you want to marshal economic advancement in perpetuity, one of the major instruments that you need to acquire is the skill of selling. The skill of selling. I know this is a boring subject. This is not. I'm not shaking. I'm not singing right now. I'm not dancing right now. But you see, there are a lot of brokers dancers. There are a lot of broker singers. You will not find broke salespeople. Hardly would you find broke salespeople. And when I talk about selling or salesmanship, I'm not talking about all those hawkers on the street who are selling 50 naira products, 100 naira products, 500 naira products, or 1000 naira products. That's not what I'm talking about. Even though that can be the starting point of younglings, teenagers can start from there. I know teenagers who are making hundreds of thousands of naira via sales every month. I mean, every year. Teenagers, if you're in your 20s and you have never taken any kind of sales class, any kind of professional sales class, you are cheating yourself. You are cheating yourself. See, when I meet certain individuals who are in their 30s, who are in their 40s, and they are complaining about how that they are broke or how their life is hard, the only question I want to ask is, are you a salesperson? Have you ever attended any sales class? Have you ever attended any sales course? Because see, there is more money in circulation today than any time in history. Any time in the history of the world, there is more dollars. See, are you aware that 80% of all the dollars that has ever been printed was printed in the last 2.5 years? Meaning that there is more money in circulation today than any time in history. Yet, we have more people complaining about the economic status today than any time in history. Because see, people are becoming lazier and lazier. If you're in your 20s, your 30s, more especially in your 20s, you need to acquire the sales skills. The sales skill, the selling skill. You don't need any certificate. You don't need any degree to make any amount of money that you want to make. You don't need any degree. You just need to acquire, the sales skills, the selling skills, the skill rather. If you have never subscribed to any kind of genuine professional selling training or selling course, a course or a training or a program or a coaching program, a sales coaching program that helps you acquire the skill set of a salesperson, the skill set of selling. Selling opens doors. Selling have opened all kinds of doors for me. Doors to millionaires, doors to billionaires. Simply because I'm a salesperson. And you see, there is a professional level of selling that you are never going to be able to acquire by yourself, except you have somebody maybe in your family who operates at professional selling skill that can, offer internship to you or mentorship to you. Selling is everything in the 21st century. I'm going to introduce my kids to selling right from before they clock 10. My kids will have started selling before they clock 10. Before they clock 20, they will have started investing. So selling is a guaranteed passport out of financial struggle. Selling is a guaranteed passport out of poverty. Selling, master selling, and you're on your way to economic and financial freedom. Now, the reason I like to talk about selling and investing, and the reason I say that these two skills are the most powerful skills in the 21st century, is because I know people who are billionaires today who came from poverty. Some, abject poverty. They are billionaires today. See, it's an assumption to think that we don't have many billionaires. There are billionaires in Africa. There are many billionaires in Nigeria. You are just in the wrong circle. That's why you think that everybody is experiencing the same economic hardship that you're experiencing. With selling, you can pivot any kind of economic and financial struggle. You can pivot the lowest economic status. And once you pivot from the lowest economic status to the medium economic status, aka middle class, you can begin to leverage investing to become a multi-millionaire, a billionaire. There is no billionaire who did not have to use investing to get there. None. Except thieves. Except folks who had access to steal billions. Except those. But no legitimate billionaire who didn't have to leverage the skill set of investing. And see, in the 21st century, you do not need to go to any tertiary institution to begin to learn investing. Now, I'm both a salesperson and an investor. I operate at my current level of salesmanship. I operate at my current level of mastery of the skill of investing. I'm forever going to be pivoting my selling skills and my investing skills. I'm ever going to be dedicating time, resources to, advancing to higher and higher scale of mastery of these two important skill sets. If you're anything, if you're a founder of any company, you're a startup, whatever you are, an entrepreneur, company owner, a small business owner, and you have never taken some kind of professional training in selling, or you've interned with a salesperson, a master salesperson, you are going to keep experiencing ups and downs. Roller coaster, economic roller coaster, financial roller coaster. Great salespeople don't experience that. Only mediocre salespeople experience that. If you know how many companies are looking for even average salespeople, you'll be shocked. If you know how many companies are looking for salespeople in Nigeria, you'll be shocked. In this Lagos, you'll be shocked. In the last 1 month, I've interviewed over 20 salespeople. Mediocre ones, mostly. You find that someone who says he's a salesperson cannot operate Microsoft Excel, and you're a salesperson. You can't properly operate Microsoft Word, Google Sheets, Google Doc, and you're a salesperson. And you came for an interview. These things that are free to learn, you find that people are lazy now than they ever was before now. Because of the social media age, because of the social media infrastructure. See, a lot of people are using this same TikTok I'm using to enlighten people, I'm using to empower people. They are using the same TikTok to while away people's time, to waste people's time. I've used this same TikTok to power sales in hundreds of millions of naira. This same TikTok. I only took TikTok seriously since the 12th of August last year. And in that time till now, I have accessed billionaires because of TikTok. I've accessed multi-millionaires because of TikTok. While other people are just there squandering their data. Because this kind of information is empowering. It's a kind of information that will equip you for life. Mastering selling and investing is the gateway to economic and financial freedom. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. No matter what it is, even if you traveled abroad to go study, it doesn't matter. You still need to learn selling. At least you still need to learn selling. When you see somebody who has an international degree, a degree that was gotten from an international school, and they're still struggling to get a 5-figure job, 5-figure is $10,000. Paranormal, they're struggling to get a job that will be fetching them $20,000. See, when we talk about selling is a high-ticket skill. It's not a normal skill. Selling is a high-ticket skill. High-ticket skill means that a skill that once you can master it, in one deal, you can make $10,000 from one deal. To convert it to use Naira, a deal that can fetch you at least ₦1 million and above. That's a high-ticket skill. And selling is one of them. Investing is a mega high-ticket skill. Because you can invest 50 million naira, and in a short space of time, depending on where you are investing, it's possible for you to double that money, double the value of that property that you invested in 5 months, in 6 months. in 8 months. High ticket, mega high ticket skill. And when I've met a lot of people come into my DM, I need a job, and I'm always recruiting because I consult for corporate organizations, right? And part of my job as their consultant is to recruit, and even train the new recruits, right? So I'm always putting out job offers, out there on social media and off social media. But I see people who are just looking for a job because they don't know what else to do. They don't know what other way to make money. And so in their mind, what they are looking for is job security. And it is the reason why the workforce is fast becoming a liability force. The workforce, because a lot of people are not coming, they are not trying to get that job because of a unique value, the unique value they want to bring to the table of that company. They want to get that job because of guaranteed salary. And now employers are becoming wiser. They give you all kinds of conditions when they are employing you. They give you probation period. They might give you 2-month probation, 3-month probation. Some that are very generous, they might give you. If you don't perform, they give you, they ask you to leave. It is what it is, because, some people are coming into private sector. The private sector with a civil servant mindset. Those civil servants, you know them. I mean, some of them were your parents. They will go to work, they will do nothing, from morning till night. They will just be gisting. They are not adding real value to the civil service. That's why the highest liability we are servicing in Africa are civil servants, civil service. They just get that salary at the end of the month. There is no tangible value that they are bringing to the civil service. They will even tell you that no be my papa work. So, I can do anything I like. I can be a liability in the system. It doesn't matter. No be my papa work. And you find that a lot of people, a lot of youngsters who were raised by civil servants come into the private sector with that mindset. That job security mindset. There is no job security anywhere. What secures your job is the value, the evergreen value you keep bringing to that table. You keep bringing to that company. The value you brought yesterday was for yesterday. You need to bring another value today. You need to keep bringing value in perpetuity for as long as you are in active service. You see, I've taken all kinds of proposals to state governments, to state governors. In between 2005, was it 2005? Between 2006 and 2016. Between 2016 and 2018, I visited 8 state government offices, 8 state governors across Nigeria. And I was coming with 2 suggestions: how to revamp the civil service, how to infuse the entrepreneurship mindset into the civil service, and how to bring entrepreneurship into the states. Mostly these states that are termed civil servant states, right? But all the proposals I brought to them, all the ideas I brought to them, they did nothing with them, because I didn't work with any of these state governors. I sat with them, I sat with their aides, I sat with some of the governors to share my ideas and all of that. They were just shaking their head. Oh, lovely idea. They didn't do nothing with them. Right? I mean, some of them tried to do, implement some of those ideas that I gave to them without giving me any credit or anything. I don't mind. But they failed woefully, because, it's not their brainchild. They don't have the entrepreneurial mindset. Right? Learning selling will change your economic and financial game. It might not change it overnight, because there is a concept I like to introduce to my audience, right? I call it the Rule 100. If there is any skill you want to acquire, if you can dedicate just 1 hour to acquiring that skill, 1 hour for the next 100 days, you are going to be better 96% of the people, all the people in the world who are deploying that skill, you are going to be better. Just 100 days. See, if you can dedicate yourself to mastering selling, it is game over to financial struggles. I kid you not. Because even in the sales industry, the majority of the salespeople are still either mediocre salespeople or average salespeople. So if you can dedicate just 100 days to mastering selling, forget it. You are going to, and see, after that 100 days, you're still going to be improving your sales skills, right? But I'm saying that the fundamental, after 100 days, you can begin to make good money. In some cases, even before that 100 days. I mean, I have a 30-day sales challenge where people, salespeople, realtors would, come into that 30-day sales challenge, and for 30 days, I'm going to coach them on sales, accountability, result coaching. And in that 30 days, a lot of them, because I'm currently on the third edition, the first 2 editions, a lot of them made sales in by week 2, week 3. Some made sales for the first time, 4th week into the 30-day sales challenge. Right? Selling is a very, very fascinating skill. It's a very, very fascinating skill that helps you to pivot your working psychology. You mature psychologically very quickly as a salesperson. Because you need to understand the working psychology of people. If you are going to be able to appeal to their psychology, you must know their functional psychology. You must know their current functional psychology, their current working psychology. So it's a game, not just a game of numbers, but a game of psychology, mastering the human psychology. Once you can master selling to a certain degree, you will keep mastering it. And the more you master selling, the more you pivot your economic status. Selling is one instrument that can guarantee your journey to economic and financial freedom. Now, as you are mastering selling, I usually advise salespeople to also be mastering investing. Selling and investing as in my opinion, and based on my experience with testing different skills, different professions, different industries, in my opinion, the 2 most powerful skill that anyone who wants to acquire, accomplish economic and financial freedom and go beyond that are selling and investing. Now, I've been able to use my selling skill to generate a net income of 15 million naira, for instance, in 2022. I was able to use my selling skill to generate 15 million naira net income. So what am I supposed to do with that money? For a lot of salespeople who have not proactively started mastering investing, they squander that money. That's when they want to buy the latest car, the latest wristwatch, right? Investing is how you never be broke again. Investing. Now you want to take the proceeds of selling. You want to take the proceeds of selling and you want to now deploy investing on the basis of the proceeds of selling. That's why I like to say that selling and investing are 5 and 6. That's what I tell, that's what I tell the people in my inner circle. It doesn't matter if you came from poverty. It's not an excuse. We now live in an age of decentralized everything. Decentralized economy. Decentralized economy. So that you came from poverty, so long as you are in the 21st century, it is pretty important that you know that you can pivot poverty on the back of selling and then chaperone your way to wealth on the back of investing. So if you're someone who is not proactively learning the selling skill, you are wrong. Everybody needs it. An entrepreneur needs it. By far, one of the most important skill that an entrepreneur needs to acquire is selling. Everyone needs it. It doesn't matter the profession that you studied, the course you studied in school. You need to master selling. With that skill, it is a door opener, right? So if you want to learn selling, I have a coaching program for people who want to learn selling, who want to master selling. You can reach out to me. I have a one-on-one sales coaching program, depending on the industry you're in. But I am focused on people in real estate or people who sell luxury items like luxury cars, luxury jewelries, right? Those are the people I'm focused on, right? Bankers, insurance brokers, senior insurance brokers, not the ones who are just starting up, right? So learn selling and investing. I have a coaching program for that. Reach out to me. Send me a DM and we'll talk. If you have a sales team and you need someone to come, coach them and help them go from average salespeople to high performing salespeople, send me a DM, invite me. I have a sales training this Saturday. I have another sales training next week. This Friday. I have another sales training next week. All through last year, I organized countless sales training for real estate companies, right? For real estate consultants, for realtors. I'm mostly focused on the real estate industry. So if you happen to have a real estate company and you have a sales team, you have real estate consultants, you have a sales team in your company, you should invite me over. I have a very, very unique sales and peak performance training. I also have a very, very unique peak performance consulting service, right? It's for 3 months at least. It could be 3 months, it could be 6 months, it could be 12 months, but at least for 3 months. I'm going to handle your sales team. I'm going to handle your staff and your sales team for 3 months to turn them into high-performing staff, high-performing sales members, right? A high-performing sales team. So I thought to come live again today to talk about how to master selling and investing, or a need to master selling and investing. And once you master selling and investing, there is no way you are going to be complaining like the typical economic complainer in Nigeria. So does anybody want to join me? Does anybody want to come live to join me? If you have any question on selling, if you have any question on investing, you can drop it in the comment section, or you can request to join me live. You can request to join me live. Anybody? Okay, if nobody, if nobody has any question, or if nobody wants to come live, then I'm going to be ending this live now. I come on impromptu live every now and then, but I come live 2 times a month, first Sunday of the month and last Friday of the month, right? On TikTok, strictly on TikTok, and I equip people with the information they need for pivoting their spirituality journey. I help them understand, the authentic spirituality, most especially for Africans. So that is every Sunday. I talk about, the subject of spirituality, soul exploration, soul consciousness, how to nurture your body optimally, the things you can do to reduce the frequency of your falling sick. My YouTube channel, just click the link in my bio. You see the YouTube icon. Just click it. So first Sunday of the month, I talk all things spirituality, soul consciousness and things, anything in between. And then last Friday of the month, I talk investing, most especially real estate investing. So, but in between first Sunday of the month and last Friday of the month, every now and then, like today, I came live impromptu. Anytime you see me live, see my live. If you have not followed me, follow me, so that when I come live, you'll see the prompt. Trust me that I'll always say something, or I'll always discuss something that is very meaningful. I'm not here chase clouds. I'm not who is interested in vanity metrics. Even if it's just one person I'm able to come live for and equip with certain information that can help them up their life game, their business game, their entrepreneurship game, their spirituality game is enough for me, right? Logitech, thank you. Thank you for joining, right? So, I don't know when next I'll be coming, apart from, last Friday of this month. I don't know when next I'll be coming live. But anytime you see my live, just, join. You will learn one or two things. And this live, the recording of this live is going to be dropped on my YouTube channel either later this evening or tomorrow morning. So, but some of the past live TikTok live sessions that I've done are currently on my YouTube channel. So you can click the YouTube icon on my bio, go subscribe. I only have 87 subscribers on my YouTube, so I need you guys to go subscribe to my YouTube channel, because you cannot have the recording of the TikTok live on TikTok, right? So but TikTok gives us the opportunity to download it. So every TikTok live that I've done this year, because I started coming live on the 1st of January 2023, and I've done a couple of live, very, very value-packed live sessions. You're going to learn a lot of things from those live sessions, from spirituality to investing to taking your business to the next level to marshalling your economic journey, from going from a lower economic status to a higher economic status and everything in between, right? So yeah, the most good evening, how you doing? So I'm about to round off. Does anybody have any question around selling and investing? Maybe you want to know what to do to, start learning how to sell. Maybe you want to learn how to start investing. Maybe you've never invested before. You want to start investing in real estate. Some people want to invest in cryptocurrency. I don't know about that, but I know about real estate investing. So for those of you who are just joining me, once this live ends, please go subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll be able to, access this live session. All the things I've discussed today, you'll be able to access it on my YouTube channel, right? If not this evening, then it will be tomorrow morning. But other TikTok live sessions, the recorded versions of my past TikTok live sessions are currently on my YouTube channel. Right? We've talked about the subconscious mind. We've talked about investing. We've talked about spirituality. We've talked about the mathematics of spirituality. We've talked about a lot of things in this past couple of weeks, couple of months, right? So yeah, if there's no question, then I'm going to be ending this live in the next couple of seconds. So see you guys.